Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nishavataраkan Tatprakashanta Tatshakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaur Udaye Pushpavanatau Chitrau Sandau Tamonudau Grantira Kori Mangalacharana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinera Smarana Hoya Vigana Vinashana Anayasa Safal Nijavanchita Purana Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Param Ananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita. The glorious appearance day of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just around the corner in about a week's time. So it's our great fortune to be reading Chaitanya Caritamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 7, text 11 onwards. This chapter is entitled The Glories of Panchatattva. Let's see. Lord Chaitanya in 5 features. That's the title of the chapter. And last time we discussed a few verses which glorify the Panchatattva. And many devotees already know those, so it's very good. So the first few verses of this, there's a seed verse in this chapter, is basically Panchatattva-atmakam verse, which is text 6. So, and then the rest of the chapter, basically Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is elaborating about the Panchatattva, their activities, their glories, what they did, etc. So the first tattva is Krishna Tattva, or Supreme Lord. So text number 7 to 11 talk about that. So we read till text 10, we'll read text 11. Krishna Madhurya Eka Adbhuta Svabhava Apana Aswadite Krishna Kare Bhakta Bhava. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, Abhicharna Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The transcendental mellow of conjugal love of Krishna is so wonderful that Krishna himself accepts the form of a devotee to relish and taste it fully. Hare Krishna. Although Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, he has a special intention to taste himself by accepting the form of a devotee. It is to be concluded that although Lord Chaitanya is present in the form of a devotee, he is Krishna himself. Therefore, Vaishnavas sing, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Radha and Krishna combined together are Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as Shri Sarup Damodar Goswami has said, Chaitanyakyam Prakatam Adhuna Tad Dvayam Chakyam Aptam. Radha and Krishna assumed oneness in the form of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna. So it's another verse glorifying Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Krishna, who is non-different from Radha and Krishna come together. And the idea is to relish the conjugal, the highest bhava, the Radha bhava, the love of Srimati Radharani, Krishna wanted to experience that. So therefore he came in the form of a devotee to relish that, the topmost rasa. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Nahi Anya. Very nice verse. Let's read the next one. Yes, Prabhuji, you want to read?
Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam, all the Srila Prabhupada. Text 12. ইথে ভক্ত ভাব ধরে চৈতন্য গোসাই ভক্ত স্বরূপ তার নিত্যানন্দ ভাই Translation and by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki joy. For this reason, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the supreme teacher, accepts the form of a devotee and accepts Lord Nityananda as his elder brother. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, who is none other than Lord Krishna, who wants to relish the mood of a devotee, like for Radharani, how she enjoys the mellows of Krishna. So there is a form of the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Lord Nityananda came as his elder brother Balaram. Back to Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So now from this verse onwards, Krishna's Karan Goswami is explaining the other personalities in Panchatattva. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam. So Bhakta Swarupa. So Bhakta Rupa is who? Or Bhakta Bhava, Bhakta Rupa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Goswami. Bhakta Swarupa, Tara Bhai, Nityananda Bhai, elder brother, like Krishna Balaram, Lord Ram, Sri Lakshmana. So his Bhakta Swarupa, the first expansion, is Nityananda Prabhu. Bhakta Swarupa. Bhakta Rupa is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Bhakta Swarupa is Nityananda Prabhu, who is exactly like a pure devotee. Rupa, Swarupa, right? So Swarupa, Swa means his own self, like his own first expansion. Swarupa. Bhakta avatara taracharya gosai etina tatve sabe prabhu kori gai. Sri Advaitacharya is Lord Chaitanya's incarnation as a devotee. Therefore, these three tattvas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita Gosai, are predominators or masters. Gosai or means Goswami, a person who has full control over the senses and mind is called a Goswami or Gosai. One who does not have such control is called Godas, or a servant of the senses, and cannot become a spiritual master. A spiritual master who actually has control over the mind and senses is called Goswami. Although the Goswami title has become a hereditary designation for unscrupulous men, actually the title Gosai or Goswami began from Srila Rupa Goswami, who presented himself as an ordinary grihastha and minister in the government service, but became a Goswami when he was actually elevated by the instruction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Goswami is not a hereditary title but refers to one's qualifications. When one is highly elevated in spiritual advancement, regardless of where from he comes, he may be called Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Advaita Gosai Prabhu are natural Goswamis because they belong to the Vishnu Tattva category. As such, all of them are Prabhus, predominators or masters, and they are sometimes called Chaitanya Gosai, Nityananda Gosai, and Advaita Gosai. Unfortunately, Their so-called descendants who do not have the qualifications of Goswami have accepted this title as a hereditary designation or a professional degree that is not in accord with the Shastric injunctions. Hare Krishna. So from Nityananda Prabhu, we come to the Bhakta avatar, which is Acharya Gosai. Tara Acharya Gosai, and referring to Shri Advaita Acharya. Etina Tattva, 18, ye tino, which means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita Acharya, Sabe Prabhu Kari Gai. Everyone, these are the predominated Prabhus or Gosais, Goswamis. I mean, they are the Supreme Lord Himself. So He, the Supreme Lord, even a pure devotee is also addressed as Goswami, like Rupa Goswami. So many Maharajas are addressed as so and so Goswami. So many sannyasis are addressed because they have controlled their mind and senses. So anyone who is on the pure devotee level, that's the title is not by oh my father or my grandfather or my great grandfather. Even when I was young, like we used to go to a temple, and they'll call us, oh, this is Gosai temple, Gosai temple. Okay, so I didn't know. Okay, everyone is used to call, oh, this is Gosai temple. But now, after understanding, like, I mean, who is really Gosai is one who has conquered their mind and senses, who is the master of their mind, mastermind, Goswami. But just being born in a Brahmana family or just having a title or some degree or this and that, one Prabhupada is calling them such unscrupulous men. So, who may cheat others, who may trick others. So, one should be very careful, in short, and not get bewildered by such unscrupulous men. Hare Krishna. Any other thoughts, comments? Let's read the next one. Text 14. Haven't you read, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. এক মহাপ্রভু আর প্রভু দুইজন, দুই প্রভু সেবে মহাপ্রভুর চরণ। Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki joy. One of them is Mahaprabhu and the other two are Prabhus. These two Prabhus serve the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. Purport. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Advaita Prabhu all belong to the same Vishnu category, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nevertheless accepted as the supreme, and the other two Prabhus engage in his transcendental loving service to teach ordinary living entities that every one of us is subordinate to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In another place in the Chaitanya Caritamrita Adi Lila 5:142, it is said that Ekole Ishwara Krishna Arsha Bhritto. The only supreme master is Krishna, and all others, both Vishnu Tattva and Jiva Tattva, engage in the service of the Lord. Both the Vishnu Tattva as Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita and the Jiva Tattva, Shivashadi Gaura Bhaktabrindo engage in the service of the Lord. But one must distinguish between the Vishnu Tattva servitors and the Jiva Tattva servitors. The Jiva Tattva servitor, the spiritual master, is actually the servitor of God. As explained in previous verses, in the absolute world, there are no such differences. Yet, one must observe these differences in order to distinguish the Supreme from his subordinates. As you know, Krishna, the another form is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Avatari. And all the Vishnu Tattva, actually expansion of the Lord Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, though Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu and other Prabhu are in Vishnu Tattva, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord. And in Panchatattva, we see that Srivas is the Jiva Tattva. So there's two types of servitors. Vishnu Tattva can be servitors like Lord Nityananda, Advaita Prabhu. Being the Vishnu Tattva, there are also servitors, and Jiva also servitors like our spiritual masters. So we should know this difference, but ultimately Lord Krishna is a supreme, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all other Vishnu Tattvas and the Jiva Tattvas, they are all serving the Supreme Lord. Back to Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's nicely you clarified this important point. There is the example given is one original candle from which the other candles are lit, but there is still that original candle, right? So that's Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, he has multiple facets, multiple forms. Nityananda Prabhu, some are same tattva or Vishnu tattva, some are Shakti tattva, some are Jiva tattva. They're all engaged in his service. Mahaprabhu. Therefore, we say, we say Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Advaita Prabhu, but when we call Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you see, this is like a subtle difference. And we don't say Sri Advaita Mahaprabhu or Sri Nityananda Mahaprabhu because that's not their mood. Their mood is Prabhu. So like Prabhura agyai bhai dware dware giya amara kiniya lo balo gor hari. You know this beautiful bhajan, Karodha, Paramananda, Nityananda Rai, right? So what is this bhajan? This bhajan is basically Lochan Das Thakur is singing this that how then the noble Lord Nityananda is never angry, right? He wanders town in town, right? Mm. He's the personification of the Supreme Lord. Mm. And he is begging, please chant the name of God Hari. He's going door to door, right? Haridas Thakur is going door to door. You know the famous story of um, Haridas Thakur, Nityanand Prabhu, Advaitacharya, they're all going in the Sankirtana. So going to Sankirtana, door to door, or anyway, distributing holy name, distributing books, distributing prasad, distributing any form of Krishna consciousness is basically fulfilling the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one must engage in one's best abilities to share this. This is what Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu, the Supreme Lord, is taking the role of a devotee to please Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada also did that. Had faith, Prithiviti Achanagar Adigram Sarvatra Prachara Hoy Murana. He had firm faith that yes, Mahaprabhu has said, Mahaprabhu Krishna's words cannot go in vain. So with that faith, with that enthusiasm, with that optimism, one must do one's best. Any other thoughts? Yes, Shital Mataji, you want to read this verse? Or Yidish Prabhu, are you in a position if anyone would like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji, I will read.
Okay.
Etina tatva sarvvaradya karimani chaturtha e bhakta tatvata aradka jani. Translation. Prabhuji, can you take the page? Yeah. The three predominators, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita Prabhu, are worshipable by all living entities, and fourth principle, Sri Gadadhara Prabhu, is to be understood as their worshipper. Purport. In his Anubhyasa, Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, describing the truth about the Panch Tattva, explains that we should understand the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the supreme predominator and that Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu are his subordinates, but are also predominators. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord. Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu are manifestations of the Supreme Lord. All of them are Vishnu Tattva. the supreme and are therefore worshipable by the living entities. Although the other two tattvas within category of Panch Tattva, namely Shakti Tattva and Jiva Tattva, represented by Gadadhara and Srivasa, are the worshipper of Supreme Lord. They are in the same category because they eternally engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord.
Hare Krishna. Any comments, Prabhuji, you have? Okay. So this verse further clarifies about the Panchatattvas, and I think we made this table also. Might be worth coming back to this table again. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita Acharya Prabhu. They are all predominators, but within the predominators, he is Mahaprabhu, and the other are Prabhus, who also have the mood to serve. But Srivas Thakur and Gadadhar Pandit are other tattvas, primarily Jiva Tattva and Shakti Tattva. Srivas Thakur, and you can say many other devotees also in this category. So if you go back to this here, Shakti Tattva, Jiva Tattva, represented by Gadadhar Pandit and Srivas Thakur, are the worshippers. They are engaged in the service. So Chaturtha ye Bhakta Tattva Aradhaka Jan. Fourth principle. So we covered the three. Now the fourth principle is Shakti Tattva or Gadadhar Pandit. Aradhaka. Aradhana karna. Aradhana. Aradhana naam api sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param. Aradhana. This is a spiritual name also. Aradhana means to worship. Aradhana. Yes. Yes, Mataji, would you like to read next verse, 16?
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Yes.
Text 16. Shrivas Adi Yata Koti Koti Bhakta Gana Shuddha Bhakta Tattva Mathe Tan Savaraganana. Translation. There are innumerable pure devotees of the Lord headed by Srivas Thakur who are known as unalloyed devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Vidhi Mataji, for reading this beautiful verse. Shrivas Adi. Yata Koti Koti Bhakta. There are many, many thousands, millions of Koti Koti. It's not just Srivas, is only the personality. And so all the devotees is the fifth principle here. So we covered the three principles, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, then the Shakti Tattva, but the Jiva Tattva here, Srivas Adi, Koti Koti Bhaktagana, are in that, the fifth principle. Shuddha Bhakta, pure devotees, unalloyed devotees. Shuddha means who don't have any impurities, unalloyed, pure, free from all the material contaminations, or completely on the spiritual platform. Okay, any comments here in this verse? Gadadhara Panditadi Prabhura Shakti Avatar Antaranga Bhakta Kori Ganana Vyanhar. The devotees headed by Gadadhar Pandit are considered incarnations of the internal potency of the Lord. They are confidential devotees engaged in the service of the Lord. In connection with verses 16, 17, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains in his Anubhashya, there are specific symptoms by which the internal devotees and the unalloyed or pure devotees are to be known. All the unalloyed devotees are Shakti Tattvas or pure or potencies of the Lord. Some of them are situated in the conjugal love and others in the parental affection, fraternity, and servitude. Certainly, all of them are devotees, but by making a comparative study, it is found that the devotees or potencies who are engaged in the conjugal love are better situated than the other devotees. Thus, devotees who are in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of God in conjugal love are considered to be the most confidential devotees of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Those who engage in the service of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Advaita Prabhu generally have relationships of parental love, fraternity, servitude, and neutrality. Those who engage in the service of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita generally have relationships of. When such devotees develop great attachment for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they become situated within the intimate circle of devotees in conjugal love. This gradual development of devotional service is described by Sri Narottam Das Thakur as follows. Goranga bolite habe pulaka sharira, Hari Hari bolite nayane bhavamira, আর কাবে নিতাই চান করুণা করিবে সংসার বাসনা মোরা কবে তো চাহাবে বিষয় ছাড়িয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মানা কবে হবে कबे हमारी श्री वृंदावना रूप रघुनाथ पदे होइबे अकुति कबे हम भुजबो श्री जुगल प्रीति. When will there be eruptions on my body as soon as I chant the name of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And when will there be incessant torrents of tears as I chant the holy names Hare Krishna? When will Lord Nityananda be merciful toward me and free me from all the desires of material enjoyment? When will my mind be completely freed from all contaminations of desires for material pleasures? Only at that time will it be possible for me to understand Vrindavan. Only if I become attached to the instructions given by the six Goswamis, headed by Srila Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami, will it be possible for me to understand the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. By attachment to the devotional service of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one immediately comes to the ecstatic position when he develops when he develops his love for Nityananda Prabhu, he is freed from all the attachment to the material world, and at that time he becomes eligible to understand the Lord's pastimes in Vrindavan. In that condition, when one develops his love for the six Goswamis, he can understand the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna. These are the different stages of pure devotees' promotion to conjugal love in the service of Sri Radha Krishna in an intimate relationship with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna. Wow. This is very esoteric. But this, we can understand the mood of Prabhupada is so ecstatic in sharing the whole bhajan by Narottam Das Thakur to explain this divine, आराधयो भगवान् व्रजेश तनयस् तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेण वा कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमापमार्थो महान् Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatradara Napara. He has come to give the topmost love of Godhead, topmost love to the most unqualified people in the Kali Yuga. Just think about it. So magnanimous. So we are so fortunate to be following the Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya, which, and just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came just, like if we consider from the day of Brahma, it's just a few seconds before, right? 500 years is just a few seconds before. Specifically, his appearance was in the year 1486. 1486. That's how many years now? 500 plus. So my brother was born in 1986, so I get reference from 500 years before. So yeah, about 35 plus 500, right? 35, 38, whatever.
538.
Huh? 38?
538.
538 years before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to give us the topmost love, the most confidential love. The love of the gopis towards Lord Krishna. But we have to follow in the mood with Srila Prabhupada, Sri Narottam Das Thakur. Sri Narottam Das Thakur is begging, right? When will Vishaya Chari Kabe Shuddha Habe Mana? When will my heart get pure from all the Vishaya or the material contamination? Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti Kabe Hamo Bujubo Shri Yugala Priti. So it's what Srila Prabhupada is explaining here. I mean, it's a little hard for me to comprehend, but whatever little bit I am able to understand, that by attachment to devotion, it's like step by step. By attachment to devotional service to Lord Chaitanya. So here, Gauranga Bolite Habe, what will happen? One will become ecstatic. One comes to ecstatic position. When he develops love for Nityananda Prabhu, he is freed from the attachment to material world. और कबे निताय चंद करुणा होइबे samsara vasana mora kabe tuchha habe. So when we get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, samsara vasana, like pure Guru's mercy we get by following his instructions, serving them, then the material things, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri will not appear. High birth, becoming the president, CEO, VP, director, money, all these things will appear very tuchha. Tuchha habe. This material world is anyways tuchha. There's nothing there. But it appears very dear. Why? Because we haven't received the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu yet. And at that time, he becomes eligible to understand the pastimes of Vrindavan. Because right now we go, well, Golgappe chillayenge. So Bhalla Papri, which prasad, which temple is giving? I mean, till date, I went to Radha Gokulanandan Mandir. It's like it's a joke, but it's truth. I don't remember all the deities there, but I remember, they give wonderful rasagolla, and there was a pista inside the gulab jamun. Yeah, gulab jamun. I was wondering how did you put pista inside the gulab jamun, and then my mother told me that's how they do. So I was very intrigued, but I forgot which deities I saw there, which deities I took darshan. That is there's so much attachment to Visha. Even the prasadam we may consider it material. Of course, it will give the benefit, but our intentions certainly matter. So, Vishaya Chari Habe Shuddha Habe Mana. Then our mind, heart will get pure. Then we'll be able to see Vrindavan. Otherwise, it will be just some place. We'll see pollution there. We'll see the traffic. We'll see maybe dogs moving around, pigs moving around, cows moving around. We'll say, okay, what's the big difference? I mean, these days they have golf club in Govardhan. They have even bars and restaurants like any other city. Property, sale, business, everything is there. But when our heart is pure, we'll have the Vrindavan consciousness everywhere. Like Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, I never left Vrindavan because I carried it in my heart. Even in this, like the crazy city, New York, in the Bowery area, he was always Vrindavan conscious. And in that condition, one will develop his love for the six Goswamis. So you see, it's like step by step. And the conjugal love, one will be able to understand. It's a very high thing. If one has, therefore, if one does not receive the mercy of Guru by serving, if one is still attached to the samsara, if one is still attached to the Vishaya, what can one get about the Yugala Preeti? Right? Yugala means Radha Krishna. So one has to go. So we are following this step by step. We have to chant Lord Gauranga's name, execute his instructions, Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Laha Gaurangira Namari, chant Hare Krishna, the process Gauranga Mahaprabhu and his parampara has given. Then gradually we'll be free from the Vishaya, material desires, we'll be free from संसार वासना से दूर होंगे अभी वासना में बहुत आसक्ति है then gradually we'll be able to understand the intimate relationship between Radha Krishna and try to serve them, the divine couple. Any thoughts, comments, additions, corrections here?
Prabhuji, there's a very interesting point in the first part that though Lord Nityananda, Lord Advaita is a Vishnu Tattva, but with them we can establish our relationship only in four rasas, except the Madhurya rasa. Madhurya rasa only possible with Krishna or Mahaprabhu. But with other Vishnu Tattvas, we can establish our rasas, but not Madhurya rasa. Other four is possible.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you for bringing it up. Any other thoughts, comments anyone has? Any questions, thoughts before we wrap up?
And the source of the Joy Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Gadadhar Sri Gaur Bhaktivinoda is a Jagannath Mishra Babaji. He has given this mantra.
Nice. Jagannath Das Babaji.
Today I was reading article and then there I found that one.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Prabhuji. Okay, if there are no additional comments, we can pause for today and continue later. Shri Chaitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Mahasaya ki jai, Dai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol, Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanpana.